Hi everyone, thought I'd do a little update on the tank today. Yeah, not doing too bad. Got a few issues going on though. Green star polyps have started coming out again, so I did think things were improving with the hair algae and that. Try and double down a bit. Still got a bit more algae to scrape off without upsetting them too much, but there's definitely opening at the back here a bit more. This camera will focus there. So yeah, not too bad. Liver coral's opened a bit, but it's still sulking, still drooping over a little bit. Not sure. So usual, the toadstool coral's massive. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something with my hammerhead because the bottom's half still receding, so it's not happy in this position. But I say I might have to let the hammerhead go because I've just got no space to put it anywhere. And yeah, this one's not. This one's not looking quite as happy as it used to. But I'm not quite sure why, but I don't want to do anything with it because my clowns host it. But the main problem is with this tank today, I thought everything was doing okay, and I done a phosphate test today with my Hana ultra low range phosphate checker, and it came out at 0.31, which is high as far as I know. So I checked it again and it came out at 0.32, so it must be quite consistent because I've got two readings the same roughly. So I've no idea why this phosphate is just creeping up all the time. So the only thing I can think is I did try changing to this new Fauna Marine Power Phos, so maybe this doesn't work with my tank very well because I've just got it in this little internal filter with some floss on top, so maybe it's not doing a very efficient job in the filter. So the thing I can do, I'm going to try and get some Aquaforest Phosphate Minus tomorrow because that's always worked before, so maybe I should go back to what I used before. So I'm going to try and get a bag of that tomorrow. Then I'm thinking maybe this filter's not that efficient, so I could take this filter out and put a small internal reactor in this corner. Aquamedic, the very small neat little reactor, but I'd have to adapt the what do you call it, the bracket that holds it on, because these dual tanks, this lip's quite wide on these and the bracket's never wide enough to go over the tank, so I'd either have to cut the bracket and make it fit over this, or I'd have to maybe fit a magnet onto the actual reactor so it's stuck on the side of the tank. That's one option I could try. If the Aquaforest Phosphate Minus doesn't work in this filter, I could put a reactor on the tank. The other thing which might be a better option is to, actually the skimmer's working really well, just clean it again, because you quite often have to clean these skimmers. I don't know why, if it's tank, maybe because my tank's been running for a while, but there's inside here above the motor there's a plastic cover sort of above the motor with a hole in the centre that the air line comes up and the hole in the centre gets blocked up with coralline algae or calcium, and it's as it blocks, so maybe after a month or so it stops skimming, so I have to clean this quite often. But at the minute I've just cleaned it and see it's pulling out a nice load of waste, so I know that's working well. Yeah, the other option I could do is I could put, these dual tanks normally come with an internal filter that's siliconed in this corner. It is quite a large filter, but the benefits of the filter, because it's large, it filters a lot of water, and it comes with two baskets, and also there's a place in the back of the filter in the corner where you slot the heater can go, so it hides the heater as well, so it's good there. And then you have an outlet pump sitting in the top of the filter, so it sucks the water in like this at the top of the filter and then it pumps it out another way. But the dual filter quite large, and I'd have to silicone it in again all the way down the side here. The filter would probably come out here and then go right down to the bottom here, so I'd have to move all this rock out of the way as well. I might even have to move this piece further forward to make sure, because the filter's quite large. But then maybe that's what this tank needs, because put it this way, if I bought this tank again and it come and they come with the filter, the dual filter, I wouldn't take it out because it does do a really good job. The only negative with the dual filters is, one, they look ugly in the tank because it's a big box in the corner, and because it's siliconed in, you can't actually take it out to give it a good clean, so it does build up with waste. But then there's ways around that. You can also just get inside and take it out and give it a good scrub now and again, I suppose. Yeah, but apart from that, they're quite good filters. And a lot of people say when they use dual tanks, they say all the filters are ugly in the corner. But if you think of it as well, a lot of marine tanks with sumps underneath have overflow boxes in them. If you think of or what are they called, Red Sea reefers tanks, they have a large square box coming out of the centre, don't they? Which looks quite, it takes up quite a lot of space. It doesn't look that nice. So a lot of tanks with sumps have sort of overflow boxes in them. So really having a dual filter box in here wouldn't be that bad, I suppose. It just annoys me looking at it, but I'll maybe get a coral to grow around it or something. And it's a shame it takes up a bit of space for the fish, but then if the water's filtered better, maybe it's the way to go. Yeah, so that's one option with this tank. So yeah, really having phosphate problems at the minute. Saying that, everything doesn't look too bad, but just hope things don't go a lot worse over time. So yeah, I'm just yeah. So fish and that all seem happy. Old clownfish seem to get a bit restless lately. So I've had him about 10 years now, the large one. So yeah, not sure what to do. So yeah, that's that. I would like to give him more space, but sadly, because this is upstairs in a small room, this is the biggest I can go. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, so that's the tank. Copepods still going, probably been going about 2 weeks now. If it'll pick them up. Yeah, I think they're picking up slowly. Is that the colour of the water was actually darker than it's showing? But if I can do it. That's better. That's a bit more like what it is. It's still darker than that, but it's not shown on the camera. But I think they're picking up, but they're not picking up. I'm not getting as many as I thought I would get. But maybe, say it's only 2 weeks yet, so maybe I've got to give it more time. Yeah, so yeah, not sure about the copepods yet. See how they go. And then come over here. I've taken my Red Sea LED 50 off the tank, off the innovative marine tank, and I've put my AI Prime back on. Because the LED 50, I really do like this. Sorry, the place is a bit of a mess at the minute. I'm moving stuff about, but the Red Sea LED 50, I really like it. Easy to use and that, but was having connection issues. If I change any settings on it using my iPad, they just don't register. It just doesn't respond at all. And I've also got it linked to this Android phone, and if I make any adjustments to the LED 50 using the Android phone, and you click save, to update it switches off, so the tank goes black, goes dark, and panics the fish. And it does the update, and then it turns back on again. So every time you want to make a change to it, it switches off and then turns back on to update itself, which I don't like, because if I make a change to the light, I want to see it there instantly, because I don't want to keep changing it. It's switching off, updating, and then you see what you've got, and then you want to change it again. So it's just an annoying way it updates itself, which panics the fish every time it switches off as well. So I've gone back to my AI Prime. I do find there's too many colours on the AI Prime, and getting a nice setting is not that easy, but I'm going to persevere with it and see how things go. But overall, things seem okay with this tank. The other thing I've ordered for the AI Prime is I don't like the flexible neck mount that I bought with it. I was told to get this, but I personally don't like it. So received this today. I've ordered the rigid arm mount, so I'm going to fit that on the tank today and put it on this mount. So it's better. Just prefer it like that. It's neater. And also with this, every time you try and bend this or move it, I always worry you're putting stress on this back glass. So I don't like having to keep bending this and moving stuff about too much. So I'd rather just put it on the glass and leave it. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, again, a few issues with this tank. Still got hair algae on this one piece of rock down here. No idea why, and as you can see, tufts a bit building up the back again, all along the back wall. You can just see hair algae building up again. So I've no idea why I'm getting it on the back wall and on that one piece of nowhere else I'm getting it. I'll just try and yeah, corals and that seem okay. There's no algae on any of these pieces of rock, nothing. Phosphate, as far as I know, is low. I checked it last week. So yeah, very strange why I'm getting algae on the back. Also, keep getting it on one piece of rock here and along the back. Very strange. Not much luck still with my LPS corals. The trumpet coral, as you see, right, yeah, trumpet coral still receding. I've tried target feeding it, but I don't know if it's going to last, so no luck. And the acan, I don't even know if it's there anymore. I think I may have lost all my acans, so no luck. And I can just see my recordia's just fallen down. So yeah, so let's see, focus, right, yeah, so as you can see, overall it's doing okay. So yeah, that's a problem, few issues I'm going to have to try and resolve today. I'm going to change the light mount on this light and go out tomorrow and try and get some phosphate media for the Juwel tank, try and get these phosphates down. So yeah, anyway, that's a quick update. See you on the next one. Bye.